afternoon forecast. Running a little bit late here because I wanted to get the latest information here for you. So, give you an update. Number one, we've had some big storms roll through parts of the Midlands, and that included a flash flood warning for the city of Columbia. And I believe that's on for just a little while longer. I mean, these storms produce a tremendous amount of rain. I've had reports of anywhere from over 3 inches of rain in one of these storms here. And they've all now pretty much moved off towards the east, towards Sumter County, but they pretty much diminished. They fired up over Lexington County, moved over into Richland County. Then as they moved off towards the east, towards Sumter, down to Clarendon County, they sort of fizzled out. And a lot of us didn't get a drop of rain. I know that we have some reports up near Fairfield County, Newberry, then towards the upstate of just sort of hit and miss showers. But these storms certainly fired up big time over the Midlands. So if you were under them, you know what I'm talking about, right? And headed home tonight, some of those areas, especially around downtown, could have some issues. So be careful for that on I-26, I-20, 77, especially northbound if you're headed out of town. Once you get past, I would say the Fairfield County line, you're fine as far as rain's concerned or in type of flooding, because they just didn't have the oomph to get up there. But boy, when they packed a punch today, not only we get a lot of rain, but it certainly cooled the temperatures off. So I want to show you, here's what we're looking at for tonight. This is at 8 o'clock tonight. At this point, we could have some storms down near Charleston, down to Hilton Head. That'd be a great, because you all have had a heat index of at least 105, 108. It's going to get higher as we move on throughout the week here. So let's go through the rest of the evening time, and I'll show you what we're looking at here. Notice heat of the day is done. These storms are pretty much toast. You can put a fork in them by about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. Here we are into tomorrow. Notice as we get into tomorrow afternoon, this is tomorrow afternoon around 2 o'clock. Not a whole lot of action here. A little drier air moves on in, but I still think we're going to have some thunderstorms that'll develop. And I say drier air, don't get the misconception that it's going to be drier and cooler. Drier air aloft, which basically puts a lid on thunderstorm activity. It's sort of like if you had a pot of spaghetti boiling, you put a lid on it. That's pretty much what the atmosphere is doing. So we're going to put a lid on our spaghetti atmosphere and sort of slow down with some of these storms. So we're going to have some, but not as many coming up for tomorrow. And that'll be the case over the next couple of days here as we go through time. This is Wednesday morning. Everything's relatively quiet. Here's Wednesday afternoon. Maybe a hit and miss shower or storm. Once we get to Thursday, here's Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock. You see not a whole lot here. And there's Thursday, 5 o'clock. Much of that's towards the upstate. So Thursday, Friday, we'll have to contend with just sort of a hit and miss shower or storm. Here's what I want to show you real quick and I want to show you this. This is the heat index. This is tomorrow afternoon around 2 o'clock, feeling like 102 in Columbia, 100 degrees down in Charleston. Notice the upstate's a little cooler, right? So that certainly is good. The heat index feeling like 92, but 102 Columbia, 99 in Charleston. But notice as you get down to Savannah, Hilton Head, Beaufort, y'all going to be about 101, 103 degrees. So again, another hot day coming up for tomorrow. This heat's going to be with us pretty much throughout the rest of the week, all right? My feeling really is into the weekend. So it's going to be hot and humid with a daily chance of an isolated shower or storm. So if you got a big rain and you want to send some pictures, please do. I'd love to see some of your pictures that you get with this. By the way, with these storms that form, these are not tornadic storms, right? These are typical summertime, blowing up the heat of the day storms. They're not going to produce tornadoes. They will produce some gusty winds, right? I'll give you that. And certainly some heavy rain. But tornadoes, I don't want you to worry about that. And by the time the sun sets, these storms are pretty much done. So if you have some pictures, I'd love to see them. That's the latest. Hot, humid again the next couple of days with these shower and storm chances. That's all for our forecast. We'll catch you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for another live update. We'll see you then. Have a good night.